First of all, just want to wish our best to Tommy Birch and his family. I heard they have a little health issues, so he couldn't be here today. So wishing them the best. Certainly excited to get home. Obviously, last week was a tough week for our team in a lot of ways. And like I told them and I tweeted out, the Big 12 does that to you and life does that to you. So we gotta come back strong, and we're playing a very, very good Kansas team, a team that'll be in the NCAA tournament. So just the next game on a Big 12 schedule. So hopefully we're ready to go.
Coach, what can you say about Kurz Gator for them? Seems like she kind of does it all for them.
Yeah, she's a really dynamic offensive player, and you look at her numbers, and it's, everyone talks about 3 levels, 4 levels of scoring, but I think the thing that she's done is she's really, I think the team feeds off of what she's about since the day she got there. They've kind of built that team around her. She can shoot the 3. She takes big shots at big times. She can get to the basket. She's a hard guard for sure. So we're going to have to do a really good job on her. And, when you look at the games that they've won, she's a very big centerpiece of it. And just someone, again, I think she's brought the program with her. And I think that's a credit to her and her teammates and the coaches there.
How do you keep her off the foul line?
Yeah, I think that's something we talk about all the time with our team. Is we've historically been a team that does keep people off the free throw line. You got to do your work ahead of time. You can't, when you get beat, you can't reach in and sometimes when you think you're playing hard, you just foul people. You just got to be smart. She's going to get her shots. She's going to create offense for them. But if you look at our team, we spend a lot of time trying to be smart, disciplined defensively, and hopefully that's the case, because the one thing we've tried to teach our team is we can guard a lot of things. You can't guard the free throw line, so that'll be a big piece of the plan for sure.
I know you said after the Baylor game you couldn't wait to get back to Ames and get back to work. What was the mood in practice on Monday? What was kind of everything like there?
It was fine. I think the one thing I've learned over time is, and I wish I could be that way. I'm never going to be, because I'm the old guy. Players move on quickly. Young people nowadays, it's what's next, let's go, which is good. But right now practice is short, hard. Try and get things done. I think the issue we have this week is, because it's a Sunday, Wednesday, Saturday week for us, we have to practice a little bit different. So they were fine. I think the one thing I do think is good is for our team, Emily and Lex are the kind of leaders that any team needs, and especially when you get punched in the nose like we got punched in the nose last week, you got to have someone that rallies them, and those two are two of the best at doing that. And I think it's one of those situations we'll be fine.
Have you reached a conclusion on Danae Fritz yet?
No, we haven't, Connor, but she's not. I mean, I think we were all kind of waiting to see if the NCAA passed that rule where they could play a few games, but we have not officially. But I would be stunned if you saw her in a game this year. So there really isn't a reason to make a firm decision, but we have no plans to play her.
What about Lexi and Emily? What makes you say that about them, just in terms of their leadership that you've seen?
Well, I think it's, number one, it's in their DNA. I mean, it's the way they were raised, I think, first of all. Those kind of kids they are. They're ultra competitive. They are, too, in a world where people are really quiet, they talk a lot, which is great. I'm one of those people that people talk about social media all the time. There's nothing social about it, really. But Em and Lex are engaged with their teammates. They sense the struggles we went through last week. And, I think it's their personality and it's their position. And that's a credit to them in a sense of, they're about just over halfway through their second year in college. So I have the ultimate faith in them, and this team's going to go where they lead them. And I like that I like where that is.
You've talked a lot about just looking forward to the next 40 minutes this year. How important is that after a tough week like last week?
Oh, I think it's really important. I think that's the thing that, in basketball, for the most part, the good thing is usually the next game comes fairly quickly. You don't have time to feel sorry for yourself. You got to get moving. It's not like football where you stew about it for a week. We played Sunday, got home Sunday night. Sunday night we're working and time to play Wednesday. And then you turn around and play Saturday. And we have 4 really important games. We've talked about this 2 weeks where we need to, 3 out of 4 at home and, chance to do some good things. And then our bye week comes and then you kind of exhale for a second and then get back at it. But, I think our players are excited to be home and excited to move forward. And now you got to play, though. Like I told them after the game, we all make choices in life, and we have to choose where we want to go. It's not going to happen by accident. It's not going to happen because we're nice people. It's not going to happen because, for whatever reason, just because you're playing at home. They'll make that choice, and I'm excited about what's still ahead.
And you mentioned the 3 out of 4 games at home. How important is this stretch going to be?
No, I think it is important. I'm not one of those people that must-win games and all that kind of stuff. The only must-win game is the game you have to win to keep your season going, in my opinion. But I get it. When you lose 2 in a row and you're coming home and you're playing a team right by you in the standings and stuff like that. So, it's a great opportunity for us. And I think that as you look at your season, if you want your season to go in a certain direction, these next 4 games are going to have a big say in where our season goes, and I think our kids understand that. And when that game is over a week from Saturday, I think that's like number 10 or 11. So it's like half the Big 12 season will be over, and everyone can evaluate where we are. So I think our kids understand what this is about.
After being laid up a few days, Ashley and Aubrey, kind of thrown into the fire down at Baylor. How are they just in terms of their fitness, endurance level after, being off their feet for a little while there?
Yeah, not bad. Obviously, even though they're they worked out on their own and stuff like that, it's not what it was, and that, I think that's the thing. The good thing is they weren't sick, so it's not like they were laid up and had to fight through that. But when you're off, you're off. You're off from a physical standpoint. You're off from a competitive standpoint. But I thought they were fine, and I'm sure they'd both tell you they're fine. So it's kind of the way they are. Thank you all.